Hello, I'm Jez Rose and welcome to Bees & Co, the world's first carbon neutral honey farm. I'm here to talk to you about bees and pollinators. Let's go show you around. My choice to care for honeybees was an entirely environmental one because I really want to champion the native British honeybee. That's what we do here. We breed, we rear, we reintroduce the native British honeybee. But it's not just about honeybees, it's about all pollinators. And in a second, I'll show you around this. We created a 1 acre pollinator-friendly nectar garden site. And you can do the same thing too. You don't need all this massive space. You can have a really, really simple bit at home. So let your grass grow, because if you just let it grow that little bit longer, it starts to encourage daisies, clover, and other plants that grow within the grass, like dandelions. Dandelions are an amazing source of amino acids for honeybees, and other pollinators love them too. Think about pollinator-friendly trees and plants and shrubs as well. Often people think about flowers, and we definitely should plant more flowers, but actually trees and shrubs are a great source of nectar and pollen too. I'm going to take you inside one of our hives today so you can see what honeybees do, because they're a vital part, as are all pollinators, of the UK agricultural industry. And actually the value of pollinators in this country is an estimated £500 million. Without them, we wouldn't have the food, we wouldn't get the crops pollinated. They're a pretty important thing, and I'm going to show you why. So a number of different jobs that we're going to be looking at doing today. It's not just about work with the bees, there's always something to do. We've got some building work going on in terms of building frames and new beehives, some repair work as well. Hello ladies, lovely to see you. And also disease prevention as well. With our bees, a large part of our work is disease prevention and management, and pest management too. One of the most significant problems in this country is Varroa destructor, a mite that affects the honeybee, and if left unchecked, can decimate an entire colony. And these girls are really super busy today. So my checks today are very quick because the weather's not amazing, but it's good enough to pop in and see. But it's not just pests that affect honeybees. Actually, habitat loss is a really significant issue. Invasive non-native species and climate change are also playing their part as well. So it's pretty critical that we all help where we can. And today I'm in here just to double check the health of these bees. So I'm looking at their backs, making sure there's no signs of any mites, checking for deformed wing virus, which is where the wings deform. Honeybees have 4 wings, but because they overlap, they tessellate, it looks like they only have 2. So if I start to see 3 or 4 wings, then I know there's something not quite right. But I'm going to have a little quick look here and double check that these girls are doing okay. Now these are quite light in colour. These are a colony that are not part of our native British bee breeding programme. They are native bees, but they've got a lot of a European coloured bee in them, so the genetics are slightly mixed. Look at that, they're doing extremely well. Lovely honey here, and this is the honey that we don't do anything with this. This is their honey. Look at that, there they're all rushing in to taste the honey. Oh, haven't I done well making that honey? Oh, that's delicious, Brenda. Oh yes, lovely. There they all are. But these girls look really healthy. There doesn't seem to be anything untowards, and the behaviour is lovely and calm, which is just what we would expect from native bees, and also bees that are managed carefully too. It's a really wonderful thing to be able to share your life with insects. I've always been raised and taught that it's a human privilege to touch an animal, not a given right. And even though there are sort of 80 to 100,000 bees in the colonies that we manage, it still means that actually I need to make sure that I'm respectful for the fact that I get to enjoy their time and spend a bit of time in their house too. It's been a real joy spending today with you, and I hope I've inspired you to plant for pollinators. Think a little bit wider about hoverflies, butterflies, all the different types of bees that there are, and perhaps to venture out and look a tiny bit closer to see just how many pollinators you can find. Hopefully see you again soon.